CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And that's when you just comes up.
It would be rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although, hopefully not. Ironic, isn't it? It would be rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Are you insane? Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder,
But he drinks a lot, so...
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. Close your eyes. I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. I'm scared if I stop all at once, the cumulative hangover will literally kill me. Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger? Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger? Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girl!
No,
She was a
Cyril, when they're dead, they're just hookers. Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girl! She
No,
was a
Cyril, when they're dead, they're just hookers. Ironic, isn't it? Which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although. Are you insane? Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder,
But he drinks a lot, so...
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Are you insane? Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder.
But he drinks a lot.
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Handle. When they're dead, they're just hookers. The thermostat's becoming sentient. Oh God, that's how maximum overdrive started. That's how maximum overdrive started. Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. Close your eyes. I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road.
Danger zone. Danger zone.
I'm scared if I stop all at once, the cumulative hangover will literally kill.
Oh, righty then.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
Yes, folks, this one's gonna be a squeama, just like always. Welcome to another drunk news report with some Cyborg and the stream Perv. And here we blow with more insanity news to bring you. It's gonna be a little hard at first. We're gonna go over some stupid ass shit that I really don't want to go over, but we have to. Then we'll go over all the fun stuff. But unfortunately, the idiots in our Americas have done stupid shit. Actually, and same in the UK's. So some dumbass shit happened today in the Britons and the Americas. So let's bring in our co-host and our co-host, and let's do the intros and the say hello to the chat. Then get into we'll do the days of the year, and then we'll go there. All right. Here we go.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
You dumbass!
Exactly. You dumbass. That's what. That's
day
how
is it in America today? I'm gonna guess it's National Toe Clipping Day.
Almost. You're
guys, did you see the video that guy posted in Discord in memes where AI roasts Elon Musk? That is fucking amazing. it's
Wait.
fucking.
I don't know if I saw that one out of the 1.5 million things you twats fucking post while I'm at work every day. Anyways,
it was on Pip's Discord in the memes and pictures. There's one.
Okay, so maybe I didn't see. Go ahead.
Fucking.
So maybe I didn't see that one, but yeah. Anyways, let's crack on. Let's do intros, and then we'll get there, and maybe we'll show that later. I mean, I'm sure we will.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that disclaimer is pointless. Anyone who's watched this channel know we're 90% fucking idiots and talk utter shite all the time.
Yeah, but it makes it so somebody can't copyright claim me. That's the only reason why
so people can't.
It's just so that
we fucking ass.
Yeah, it's like the 404 freaking disclaimer thing about fair use. It's pretty much the same thing. We just do it for the heck of it. For no reason. Well, it's because 3 times 2-3 years ago, we did have people start, or YouTube started saying, you can't, but this is medical misinformation and and we're like, no, we're debunking it, you dumb cunt. So that was when when Brainless came up with that, or gave that. It became a thing that we needed to use.
Image. You already had the image. I just
an
audio under it.
Yeah,
but not so quiet.
Yeah, and so since we've had that, I've only had one other time that YouTube said we were using medical misinformation, and the last time they copyright claimed it for a vaccine thing, I just fucking gave it to them. I said, "Fuck you, dude. That's a 4-year-old fucking video. Yeah, no, take it down. I don't fucking care." But anyways, that's why we do that part of the intro, is because YouTube at one point was trying to be dick cheeses to us. But let's say hello to the Sunma chats, and we have a captive desk. Hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
We have a Canadian man.
Over the boards and elbows up, Ollie.
Elbows up, all Canadians. Oh, show. And we have a stop this stupid
stupid
question. Of course, all of us like Tenacious D. There's no reason anybody.
They're amazing.
Yeah, and they do have a
They're
couple
fun as
Sasquatch
fuck.
songs. They do. They
I
do.
like the saxophone.
Like I'm not like a super fan, but like yeah.
Oh no, they came to the UK. I saw them, and he got this like kids toy out. But
yeah,
fuck, did he make it rock?
A melodica, something like that, right? Is what he played. It was played like the little beep. It was like a keyboard, and then
it was basically a plastic saxophone. It was
that's what I'm saying.
It just had like four or five different buttons on it.
Yeah. It's a melodica, or I think is what it's called. I think if somebody in the set of
it was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
what they made out of it was fucking great. That Jack Black is you got to mind that, man.
They're amazing as crap. I don't know about the Minecraft movie, but I don't think that he should have bowed out from Tenacious D because of what he said a couple months ago. He should have just said, fuck you, we're going to keep going on tour. And now they're going to restart the tour, which sucks. They stopped the tour, but now it's happening again. From the best of my knowledge, from what I heard just like a couple of days ago, I think they're restarting the Tenacious D tour because he finally said, fuck it, I don't care what I accidentally said. And none of his fans actually cared. It was just everybody else that fucking cared. But let's crack on.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and we're not going to get into it. And the only thing I got to say about that is Chicken Jockey. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to get into it. Yeah, no, none of you know. Yeah. Wait. Brainless should know Chicken Jockey. But anyways, let's crack on.
Fucker, I just woke up, dumbass.
Hey, Jasper, it's a Minecraft. It's a Minecraft thing. Let me just put it that way. And if you don't know about what's happening in the American theaters, we're gonna go over that in a little while. Don't worry about that. Hey, Demon Orb.
Hey, Dorby.
So we're gonna go over Chicken Jockey in just a minute.
Jasper? I don't remember. Hi, Jasper. Anyway,
yes, we did, dumbass. 1 second ago.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway. I was looking up a video of the saxoboom.
The
I
what?
can share it if you want, but you probably get demonetized.
Okay, wait. Who's playing it with what and how and when?
It's Jack Black on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, we can't play Tonight Show. So yeah.
What about
put it in the side
Jack Black
chat
with Tenacious D?
Yeah, we can technically play some of that, but put the other thing in the chat. But yeah, link that and I'll preview it for just a second. Yeah, the saxophone.
The saxoboom it's called.
Yeah. Jasper says, I think gorillas make for great Bigfoots. Totally. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go over days of the year really quick. Then we'll get in.
I pasted it in the side chat.
Okay.
In the private chat.
Sure. So today is National Librarian Day. So show some love.
Oh, so fuck your library. What?
Yeah, have sex with a librarian day.
I mean, cardigan, didn't he? The librarian.
Bender over the book cart. Never mind. So the next one is, speaking of that, National Banana Day. Ooh. So, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Haha, some banana-based treats and banana and bread and other things are other things that you can enjoy other than just bananas, like banana punch.
These are national days that America won't see in a couple of days, like bananas.
We won't ever have these again. No, it never will be National Eggs Benedict Day again, because we'll never have eggs again.
Well, no one wants to fucking
because all the chickens are fleeing your country, I guess.
Well, and we found out that the egg companies have just not lowered their prices, even though they've never mind. We'll talk about it later. The next one is Selena Day, and if you don't know who this amazing singer is,
I know I've never heard of her, and that's just grabbing at straws now.
And unfortunately, she was murdered by a fan, a female elderly lady, I think, at her house or something. I don't
Oh,
remember. I
she's
don't
the
remember
Mexican girl.
Yes, she's the Mexican singer, the
Oh, I
Spanish
saw
singer.
the crime thing of her. That she was
Yeah.
some famous. I don't know any of her songs or whatever.
She was very, very famous, and one of her.
Right.
It was either a fan or it was a lady that did work for her or something that shot her at her house or something. I don't remember. So the next one is Save the Elephant Day.
Yeah,
So
I'll go with it.
I heard somebody.
Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, way too much feedback.
Okay, so now let's get into. I'm gonna go here, and then I'll go here, and then we will see about this really quick. I'll just see what the video is of. Yeah, okay, we'll do this in a little while. I'll just keep this up here. But now let's get into.
Better? Yeah, that's
Okay, so now let's get into the actual news and stuff.
Potatoes.
How are you doing, Commander? We can't hear you, just FYI, in case you are saying anything. We cannot hear you. So what we're going to do is, I'm sorry, everybody, that we have to go over this, but there's no way we can't go over this because we are in the community, obviously. So I'm sorry, everybody, but here we blow. Like, I don't really want to talk about this. I didn't.
The Selena killing was by a fan club president.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I don't remember if she actually worked for. I don't know if they actually knew each other or not. I want to say they barely knew each other or something.
I've never read,
but it was no. Well, maybe one of these days we might go over the case. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Heard it? Okay.
But today,
Clearview,
everybody
never heard anything
show
about
her
it.
some
Mate,
love.
if you start going over legal cases, Clearview will be gunning for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Claire's the legal girl on the humor tubes. She's the one that covers all the cases and all that.
Well, we'd be going over.
We do it. She's gonna fucking hunt us down and kill us.
Yeah, totes.
And become one of the suspects on their own show.
Yeah. We've already been doing murder mysteries for a hot second. But anyways, let's crack on. And everybody say hello to our Savvy Danger.
Hey,
Hi,
Savvy.
So, I, again, did not want to go over this.
And hello, Commander.
And hey, Commander. Will you say something so we can hear you? We still do not.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear
now
you.
we
There we go.
When we say hi to the side chat, has anyone ever seen Finding Nemo?
Who hasn't seen that? And it's great. So
when the sharks get them together and they have a meeting that they're not going to eat fish, and they say, "Oh, I'm Nemo," and they all go, and the sharks all go, "Hi, Nemo." It just sounds like good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just like AA.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's also a reference to.
So we're going to do this really quick, and I really don't want to go over this, but because we're in our community, we have to talk about this. Jesus Christ. And the UK sucks just as much as the Americas right now with this, obviously, because this just happened. Let's talk barely about this. And then I have more silly shit, because we're going to talk about how much of a shit show Coachella was this year, and that's going to make us laugh and have fun.
What?
Well,
But now we have to talk about this. America just did this to us, and then the UK did something else almost as despicable.
Well, with the trans, yeah.
And Pam Poppy suing the state of Maine over refusing to comply with a ban on trans athletes in high school sports. CNN's Paula Reed has all the details.
Because there's hundreds of thousands of transgenders that are trying to be in sports, to be in the opposite team, so they can win. Yeah, bitch. There's like three in the There's three. There's like three in the country that are in high school. And let's say there is 90. Let's say there's 90. How many high school kids are playing sports right now? How many millions? How many millions?
That's just
There's
four. And so that one person does make such a difference.
Okay, so biology, right? So if the person's been on puberty blockers, right, and never
yeah.
entered puberty, and they're going from male to female, then there's absolutely no difference from the get-go in terms of strength. And if they've been on the hormones for 2 years, there's no difference.
Yeah.
The UK version of it though wasn't to do with sport. It was to do with
it's something
with
else. It's
men
the wording.
being involved in women's spaces,
Yeah,
i.e., women's prisons. Men saying, "Oh, I identify as a female," and they put them this massive guy with a big beard. They put them in a prison, female prison, because of that. And
let's get
this is illegal.
Oh, they went the complete opposite direction.
Let's get there eventually. So let's do this first, and then we'll go to the other thingies, the mabobbers. Again, dog, you're jumping the goddamn motherfucking gun. Anyways,
I'm
no,
sorry.
No, it's okay. No, but let's crack on with this
following
first.
the story, so.
Yeah, no, I get you, and so have all of us, most of us. But this is why we have to talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, then we're not doing service to all of us. You know what I'm saying? So here we blow.
It's just coming in now at the Justice Department for us. Paula, what did the Attorney General say, and what happens now?
Well, of course, this follows that high-profile confrontation between Maine's governor and President Trump earlier this year, where the governor made it clear she did not intend to comply with his executive order banning transgender athletes from girls' sports.
In Maine, do you know how big Maine is in the Americas?
I believe that's one of the few states that's smaller than the Netherlands.
It's like a football field. It's like a football field wide and length. Literally, I mean, like it's probably like 2 or 3. But Maine is like it's the smallest state in the goddamn United States. The best.
No, Rhode Island is.
Oh, sorry. Okay, whatever. But same difference. So once again, this is a state that is that big.
Yay, big.
How many transgender people that are trying to play athletic sports in high school do you think there are when you only have a population of Brainless? Will you look up their population, please? And then I'm gonna keep playing this, and then we'll stop, and then it's like 200,000 people or something silly like that.
And she said,
"Is it even less than that?"
1,400 million.
Okay, all right, okay. But still, how many transgender high school athletes are trying to?
A handful.
And somebody said, okay, 1.4 million. Thank you. Stop the stupidity. Yes. Okay. Still, that's really small comparatively to what New York is like. Almost.
New York is close to 20 million.
Yeah. Okay. 20. So anyways, Maine is.
It's only like it's only a handful of people that do professionally. It's like.
Well, and then the other thing, Bobber, right quick, is how many times have you ever heard the Maine sports teams of any of the sports balls making it anywhere in any of the thingy-mabobbers? I don't even think I've ever seen them play, because not to be a dick, but their sports team is nil comparatively to Chicago, to LA, to Texas, to so many other states are going
the DOJ should refer to at least 3 transgender athletes.
3. There's 3 transgender athletes.
Well, it could be more, but that's what they're referencing. Like,
Yep,
and
to the athletes.
And that's what
if you be on HRT long enough, you need someone to open the pickle jar.
Well, once again, yeah, and yes, and thank you, thank you, Commander, for saying that. That's what I was going to get at again. Once your T,
still like there are just people that were female from birth that are stronger than many a guy. Like,
well, how many people are intersex? Born
and with
inner.
that, I actually think
Is that
like
the right word?
Jesus was intersex.
But I actually think like separating people in sports from by sex is not actually a good way of doing it. Like I think like if you separate people like maybe on like testosterone level or something like that, but yeah, that weight class.
No,
like,
the thing is, you know, we've had male and female sports. They've always been similar. Female football.
No,
soccer,
that's not.
female,
that has not always
male.
been. What, you know
Let's
when they
just
started
say- let's just
doing
say-
female sports? You know when they separated it?
In
when
the
females were winning from the guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
when they
But it's been
used female
separated.
sports.
It's been separated. Now it's time to make a new category for trans people.
Let's make
you
make
won't
it
have enough people to form a team.
Well, it should be a free for all. If you don't know how to make a team work by putting certain people on one, then I mean, I don't know. It's a little difficult, but like,
but that's
really
what I say. Like separate, like in boxing, you separate people by weight. Why not by hormone levels?
well, that's normally how it's supposed to work. Like in the Olympics,
Like-
it is hormone levels, right? Technically,
Well, that means
so
everyone is blood tested, and a lot. I'm guessing a lot of athletes don't
They
want to
already
be
get-
tested.
Yeah, they already get
well, they
tested
already
for
are getting
drugs.
tested.
Like if you
so-
test
Yeah, but that's just a random event that they may get tested randomly. But
no, I think every single time they have to, but I could be
well,
wrong. If not,
that's fair enough.
Yeah,
I
like
think
if-
I
if-
believe they should be tested, but that would cost an absolute fortune.
Yeah, no,
well,
but if
that's
you-
that's how
if
that
you-
works.
Hormone
Right?
level.
Okay, wait. What I think they do is they only test the people that win. There you go. That's what I think happens, right? It's only the gold, silver, and bronze winners they test. I think.
I
is
did.
how
I
they
did
do it.
watch a show that
I
you
think
said
that's what it
Bolt
is.
was tested regularly. The
And,
fastest
and, that-
man
and
on
like
the
and,
planet.
and then there's like the bicycle racers that like
Well,
end up with having little motors in their frames.
well, not just that, but like the reason what's his name got testicular cancer is because they were taking a bunch of weird hormones or thingies that weren't able
These
to
are all
be.
sorts of drugs.
And they weren't being able. They didn't know about the whatever it was. Didn't know about them. So when they tested them, they didn't know about it. But then he came out later and said, "Yeah, all of us are on speed. Duh, you idiots. What do you think? Why do you think we want to fucking ride a bike for fucking a 1.5 million hours straight? You fucking weirdo. Obviously, we're
Lance
on meth.
Armstrong, that's his name. Lance
Yeah,
Armstrong.
yeah. There we go. So let's
He
crack
got
on
stripped
with.
of all his medals, so he basically ended up a nobody.
Well, and that's why he gave up the secret.
Even his fellow American can't remember his fucking name. Like you.
Oh, yeah. Exactly, Tim. Holy. So let's crack on with this.
Phthalates
Even have to look
are
him up.
linked to asthma, heart problems, cancer, and also some puberty issues. And new this morning,
Okay, so this is what we're going to get
the
into.
Supreme Court in the UK ruled that UK equalities laws defines a woman as someone born biologically female. This means a trans person with paperwork identifying them as female should not be considered a woman for equality purposes. A congressional hearing is scheduled for a group that forced a female fencer to compete against a biological male. The DOJ subcommittee is planning a May 7th hearing to address USA fencing and its gender policies. This comes after female fencer Stephanie Turner was disqualified when she took a knee. You can see it right here. Instead of competing against a male who identifies as transgender.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think fencing would matter. I think a woman would be better at fencing than men. I think they're a
Yeah,
lot more
obviously.
alert,
Why would
aware.
you not go against?
Yeah,
it doesn't
because
matter.
fencing is not about strength. It's about agility.
Agility, and a handful of other things. And the other
and
day, I don't
timing.
remember. Yeah, and the other day, a woman said she was not going to play darts, fucking darts against a transgender person because they thought that she was going to beat them.
Yeah, but
Because-
that's woke.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's dumb as shite, dude. Like, are you kidding me? You won't play darts again? I played darts on a freaking a league where it was male and female, and I never saw the dudes do better than the females. Like my ex-girlfriend, she fucking would beat the shit out of fucking all of us all the time. Like that. What are you talking about? Like,
as I said before, most of the sports were separated into male female when the female started winning.
I know. I know.
And women have better eyes anyway, so they're more agile with it by using their. My ex-wife, for example, before I wore glasses, she always wore glasses from her childhood. She could see a spider from fucking a million miles away. I couldn't see it. She could see it, and she'd scream at me, get it. Don't kill it. Put it outside. Don't kill it. I said, it'll come back in. Don't kill it.
My mom was way better at smacking me in the back of the head when I did something wrong than my father was.
Yeah.
Never mind. So let's crack on with this.
The shop full of fucking cue balls.
Yeah, so guess what's happening in Texas? I mean, we should believe it, but you probably won't believe it.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
It's America. Fuck yeah.
He's endorsed a bill that would ban non-human behavior in public schools.
Non-human behavior.
Unlawful
non-human behavior
of role-playing.
Yeah.
So
which is what?
I'm not allowed to play
The
doggy.
Furries Act.
So yeah, we can't play with Doggo.
The Furries Act. They must have worked weeks on
Not a fairy though.
Forbidding unlawful representation of role-playing in education. They prohibit activities such as barking, hissing, meowing, litter box use, because they were afraid that kids were using the litter box.
Which we already know.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
You don't hang around.
We already debunked that.
They're still
already
for
debunked that. Yes,
That's
and people are still saying it.
a fucking million times. Oh,
I know,
but
and we debunked it.
Made that up too, sure. Why wouldn't you make
a couple of weeks ago, I still came across someone that thought they were eating cats and dogs. So,
oh well, yeah.
We're still here where people think that
someone like that.
And this just came up like a week ago, or a couple days ago, that they're proposing this in Texas.
Somebody that'll make sure that Americans pay attention to what's happening in the schools. That's reason enough to ban books.
Yeah,
in elementary schools and junior high and high school.
If there's a dog or a cat in a goddamn book, fucking ban it, because otherwise kids are gonna think their dogs are cats. We need to make it only the Jeebus book, so only the Jeebus gets taught, so everybody knows.
Yeah, but
but
they wouldn't teach the Jeebus. They
think they're Jesus.
But they wouldn't teach the Jesus because Donald Trump's behavior is the opposite of the character in the Bible.
Yeah, but that's not how the Trumpanites and the cultists think. They think he is.
I mean, in the
Jesus.
airbase, they have to remove the picture of the Enola Gay. You know,
because
basically the thing that stopped the Japanese.
We can't have something that says gay on the side of a fucking plane. That means the homosexuals. No, it's the name of fucking his mom that he named the airplane, you twat, whistle ass fucking.
Look, gay means happy.
Cunts.
Well, that was the original meaning of it was happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, gay meant happy, and happy means
now,
gay.
I've driven past a gay street, and it's intersected by Bigelow Street.
Oh, that would have been awesome if it was like Cox Street or something like that. But anyways,
in the UK, there's a road that the people refuse to rename, and it's called Cunt Slut Lane.
Yes.
Think about that.
That's my favorite. I want to live on that fucking street. Anyways, so let's crack on.
That's full of prostitutes, mate.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a bunch of prostitutes on it, then fucking the world is not doing its fucking own job, because that's what needs to happen on that goddamn of the
I'll be you. I want to live on number 5.
And not too far.
Lane. I'd love to write that on a fucking envelope.
Not too. Not too far from where I am, there is a Cuntsville. That's how the word's pronounced, even though it's spelled radically different.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but
'Cause-
cunt slut lane is spelled how it says. Cunt, slut, two separate words, lane.
I mean,
Or
it's
three
just
separate
like in California. There's Deer Piss, which is a town, and there's a car wash. So there's a Deer Piss car wash in the town that you can go get your car washed at. Okay, let's
Oh,
crack
you've
on
also
with.
got the Proud Boys. I mean, that
Yeah, no, that's
just
executive.
a seriously homosexual name, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
the Proud
yeah.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Proud
the group
Boys.
formerly known as the Proud Boys. Because
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
not
'cause
allowed
they-
to
yeah,
use it anymore.
You know, on X, right? So, well, no, let's dead name on Twitter. I told a maggot to basically take their little red hat and go to Moscow. So they started accusing me of sucking a bunch of cock, and I thought that I would show them a picture of how the Russians motivate the mobiles, and then tell them, I wonder why MAGAs and orcs seemingly get along, and every time MAGAs get together, they crash Grinder.
Yes, exactly. All right, so let's. We already know that because we saw that happen at the Republican convention at whatever. And anyways, let's crack on with this. So, how much of a shit show was Coachella?
People are paying over $600 to camp in the middle of the desert in 100-degree heat for 12 hours straight. What? No water, no bathrooms, and snakes slithering under their tents. Yes.
Oh my Jesus.
Coachella 2025, or as the internet is now calling it, Fire Fest.
Dude, does everybody know what Coachella is?
Not even a
No. Is it like Burning Man, but with fewer bathrooms and rolling in shit?
Well, it's Burning Man, but actually, like, it used to be a real like music festival that was put on professionally, and they had a bunch of stuff, and it was freaking amazing to go there. But they have slipped.
I know Coachella's becoming like the American Glastonbury now, because I've been
Well,
to Glastonbury like about eight times.
If you
can't
ever heard
get
about
a ticket now. I'm not quick enough. I'm too old to get a ticket. Because when it says tickets for sale, you press boom, boom, boom. You keep pressing the button, and yeah, they sold out within hours. All in tickets, but at least they have porta potties.
Just wait. It's way more fucked up than that, and it's nothing close to anything that you're talking about. Just wait.
Bernie Sanders
Festival. What was supposed to be the world's most iconic music festival has spiraled into a complete logistical nightmare, and it's gone viral on TikTok for all the wrong reasons. We're talking overheating cars, people urinating in bushes, fights breaking out in line, and a shocking lack of staff anywhere in sight. And here's the thing, it only gets worse. What you're about to see includes real footage, first-hand accounts, and details the organizers would definitely rather keep quiet. So keep on watching. Because what happens next, you won't believe it, and you do not want to miss this.
Yes, and if you've not voted in a poll, vote in the poll, and we'll get to that in just a second, because we're only going to get over to part of the things, because we're just going to get over to some of the idiocracy that happened at this festival. I'm so glad that I don't go to fucking festivals anymore.
Now, when I say people waited a long time to get in, I don't mean like, ugh, this line is annoying long. I mean, people sat in their cars for up to 12 straight hours in the middle.
People sat in their cars for over 12 hours. Hey, Bree. Buzz. Hey, Hive Science.
Of the desert in over 100-degree heat with no access to bathrooms, no water, and no clear communication.
Yes, definitely. They are an amazing content creator.
And the shirts that they've got, they're
are awesome. So, people spent 12 hours in their car to just get to the front of the line, and they finally made it to security, and here's what happens.
Communication from staff about what was going on. One of the most viral TikToks, it's got well over 2.7 million views, came from a woman named Liz. She said her group arrived at 3 a.m. for what was supposed to be a routine entry into the campgrounds, and by 1 p.m., they still hadn't made it through security. No progress, no explanation, just a line of cars sitting there baking in the sun. And if that wasn't bad enough, listen to what happened while they were stuck in that line.
We have been stuck in line for nearly 10 hours. We showed up here for camping at 3 in the morning and got in line. It's almost 1 p.m. right now. We still haven't even gone through security. It's 100 degrees outside.
Oh my Jesus Christ, Beavis and Butthead.
People's cars are overheating. They're running out of gas. There are no bathrooms anywhere for us to use. There's staff porta potties people are being denied access to. People who've been waiting there in their car for 10 plus hours.
Cars overheated, people ran out of gas, and some were so desperate they started...
Dude, I would do so many things. I would just pee shit. I would just do anything around everywhere, and I would be a nuisance. Luckily for me, I could probably use my performer status to get me in, to pretend that I like did work for them some way, shape, or form. But this is redonkulous, dude. 12 hours to get into a festival.
No access to
any
like what the
anything.
fuck?
And
well, if you shit on the ground and then throw it at the security guards, you can get them to move. I'm not saying to let you in, but
yeah, and they don't have the people that said this, but there's some people that said, like, we didn't plan for not having food for this long. I've eaten 4 donuts in 12 hours and had 1 thing of water because I didn't know that we needed to have food to get here, you know, or we barely have snacks to get through this. So let's go just a little bit more with this, and then we're going to go ahead.
Urinating in bushes and behind their vehicles.
Get into the substance and things of why we're here.
Urinate in the bushes.
Because again, there were no bathrooms. Attendees were reportedly denied access to staff.
Dude, I would just urinate on security
If you're not allowed
guards.
in the
Jesus
porta potties,
Christ.
then urinate against them in the door. Like,
No.
fuck it.
Well, they weren't letting them walk. No, they weren't letting them leave their cars, and that was the problem. It wasn't that they couldn't, that is illegal.
Isn't
that like captivity or
Yep.
whatever that's
Yep.
called?
Yep.
That is
Illegal imprisonment.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Illegal
Or,
imprisonment. Yeah. I'll
yeah,
call
or
that.
containing blah blah. Yeah. Anyways, let's crack on just a little bit more, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes. Because once again, I didn't want to go over these things, although this is kind of fucking funny, not for the people that experience this, but for us to kind of watch. But I knew we had to talk about this.
Porta potties, even in medical emergencies. Imagine being out there, surrounded by hundreds of strangers in that kind of heat and having nowhere to go. List described the as...
Yeah. I mean, just imagine being around all those people.
This is their last thing that they're doing, because they will get sued.
Oh yeah,
and they will lose each and every fucking case.
Yeah,
Well,
this is like Fire Festival number
the
2.
last couple of months, we've seen how officials treat the people in America. The world has seen it anyway. Well, that's why the world hates Donald fucking Trump. That's his middle name, by the way. Fucking Donald fucking Trump.
You mean Donald Dump? Totally. All right, so now let's get into...
I thought it was Donald Cocksucker Trump.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, he's got so many freaking names. All right, so now let's go ahead and see what's it been called? The poll. We're gonna see the poll.
You still got that saxophone video in the side chat.
Yeah, I know, and we're gonna do that as a break of something. Yes, thank you. So right now we have 55% tentacle motion, then 18% AI baby contraception, and Ballbot is 18%, and Strange Robot is
wait. So there's people here that aren't pervs? Like,
well, I think that's why we had
one of those things has tentacles in them.
Yeah, I figured that. I didn't know what you were talking about in Decima chords for a hot second until I rethought about it. I was like, of course Brainless is talking about the tentacles. Duh. So we're just gonna end it there. So Brainless, will you do what you do so well?
Can I quickly say, I'm going back a little bit, but MMA or WMA or that wrestling mogul that's now your Secretary of Education.
Oh, this
called
dumb
AI.
Hey,
A1.
it's A1 sauce. Hey, we shouldn't be teaching our kids
A1.
about A1 sauce
Yeah,
so
don't worry
early.
about
They
A1.
need to. God damn it! It's so fucking dumb how dumb she is. And like,
It's all so maddening. It makes me want to start killing things
wait,
legally.
dog. You don't know what we're talking about, or brainless? Who is brainless? You don't know what we're talking about? Okay, give us
The
a
Secretary
second.
of Education said, "Well, first thing we're going to teach kids in school is A1, which was AI."
No, she said we don't want preschoolers and young elementary students to be taught A1. We want them to be taught by oh my Jesus Christ. No, she meant AI. Like, you fucking dumb cunt. You're so stupid. Hey, I don't want my fucking kindergartners to be dousing A1 sauce. Won't eat them. I want them to be straight up barbecued on the spit. I don't know what's going on anymore. Anyways. So here we go.
Invented in the UK, and if anyone comes to the UK, by the way, A1 sauce here is with HP sauce or brown sauce.
Yeah.
Same thing. Tastes exactly the same, looks the same. Except
So
it's not full of nonsense like America puts in their food.
Yes, so here we have
steroids.
Okay, dog. The Liberation Party of Travis County, Texas, has passed a resolution calling for President Donald Trump to be impeached, accusing him of issuing lawless, dictatorial pronouncements that violate the constitutional separation of powers. Because of these things that I really don't want to read out loud, because I don't think I can read them 100% right now. But anyways,
legal words.
They're trying to
do the insurrection law thing. I don't.
Donald
but
Trump,
he can't because we're not in war. But yes, totally.
Donald Trump will be tried as a traitor at the end of this.
He's going to be tried as your mom's. And never mind. Well, I'll stop right there.
Like,
I'm not going to say
anything. Did you guys hear the
else.
fact that, like, as soon as Doge had access to
Social Security,
that there was a remote login, that there were remote logins from Russia.
We literally got all our stuff stolen, for sure. Anyways,
and apparently all data that goes through Starlink goes through Russia. So yeah, of course, that's why they gave Ukraine access to Starlink, so Russia would know all the shits and things.
Well, and China, and so what we were told yesterday is all EU diplomats are told to take their real cell phone that they use for private or for normal, and they put it in a bag, and then you should have a burner phone when you come over here because
what
they
they
believe
used to do for China.
Yes, they believe Trump is spying on them, which they are. But anyways, so now let's crack on because this is Brainless's thing.
That's what our
and then here
government has said. Like, yes, if you go to America, don't use your regular device.
Yeah, buy a burner
phone.
Yeah, buy a burner.
Do a burner,
which is same difference. Throw away. Anyways,
burner.
It's correct that the likes of China, Russia, and everyone else, they're spying on each other. But China used TikTok, and good luck to them to, sift through fucking millions of hours of a guy fucking falling off a skateboard.
Well, that's why.
China also owns Zoom. Anyway, the reason why they do it is because let's say if someone says something years and years and years, and then they become famous. Well, that's going to come back and bite you, but it would have anyway.
That's why every time I end the stream, I take my butthole and I press it up against my camera just for all the Russian spies. Anyways, forget propellers, embrace tentacle-based locomotion. And this is what we're talking about for tentacle motion. Underwater robots face many challenges, not least of which is how to move through the water. So the unusual approach to this water, and there you go, Shiva. That's how I was saying. I was talking about the Andrew Tate freaking accent. When I say water, it's because that's his way. His ass says it. I know
that's not a British accent.
No. That's what. Well, that's why it is the Andrew Tate accent because it's that's why it's the Andrew Tate accent because he is South African and then wannabe British and then he lived in wannabe. He's wannabe. He's wannabe-ish. Wannabe-ish. I don't know. But anyways, that's
Andrew Tate is a cunt. He's a.
But that's why his accent. That's why his accent's different, and that's what I was trying to tell Shiva today. But anyways, let's crack on. So this thingamabob, it can go through the water with these flexible appendages. Sports is a soft, flexible appendage for each of its 12 faces that aren't articulated like you might think. Despite the device, it can crawl and swim. So it is
robot arms.
Well, it's more like it's of course, but it's more like what an octopus would almost be like to some small extent. Shoot, I don't think. I mean, something that goes inside of a, but no. So each appendage can or has a 45-degree bend in it, so it acts on a rotator. It can rotate. It acts on surrounding fluid, generating thrust towards the blah blah blah. I mean, literally, it's just that. It's that, but. This may be a way to explore the seafloor a lot more fluidly and or with less energy being expended. So if you could throw a battery in it that could hopefully recharge itself, and if not, by it being able to walk along the seafloor and move itself into weird crevices into other places while taking in data. It could be anything. It could be, CO2 levels. It could be salt levels. It could be, how much moisture mom's vagina is levels. Anything. Microplastic levels. Anything. This would be something that would be great for something like that. So once again, this is just a new way that a robot can, without expending a shit ton of energy, move itself through water or wet places.
Water. But what's the difference of that to one of them little things, them camera things they send down with a turbine on the back? It's battery operated, obviously.
So in a second, we're going to get to something like that, but we're not.
Stupid.
God. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fuck.
And I really hope that we get a Shiva.
Congratulations.
Yes, I hope that Shiva. So let me know when you have it, and I will.
Not Michael. Crashes. Yvonne Ulan, Druzilla, and a trucker.
Okay,
I'll go with alpaca.
We can get a Shiva, but here we blow. He's working. So here we blow. All the new members, here you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stop the stupidity. You're amazing.
Thanks, stop.
Nothing completely. I that we got gifted memberships, and I was hoping that you would get one, but unfortunately, you didn't get one yet. But that will happen as long as. But just keep listening. Just keep listening, and we're gonna go. Thank you. Stop the stupid AE. Our channel, one of our channel sponsors, and I forgot to play their commercial before. So here is our Stop the Stupidities commercial.
Stupid fuck out.
Attention, new New Yorkers! Stop acting so stupid!
Yes.
See, it's what upsets me about banks. Because when I was in hospital like 3 years ago, I subscribed to this channel, and then my credit card ran out. At the time that the payment for this to come out was due, I had to go. Well, by the time I renew my credit card or renew my bank card to renew, well, you obviously get a new number. YouTube have fucking cancelled my subscription, so it's only a year
Jesus.
now.
Yeah, I know.
YouTube and
It's
Google
so
account.
stupid.
So I've been a subscriber now for like 3 years almost.
Yeah, I know. And when you take a break, it doesn't. That's what I hate about it. Like Twitch is a little bit better about that, but like it's stupid. And Savvy.
Okay.
I'm
Savvy
your biggest fan, Slim. I'm your biggest fan.
Maybe next month I can. I'll have to see how many of my old subscriptions I can start back up again. Maybe, I don't know. Missing days, not getting miles, and I spent about $1,000 on my medical care. Just insurances, fun.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's crack on with world's first baby conceived with remotely operated automated IVF has been born. So, performed remotely in Mexico by engineers and biologists in New York, an automated fertility treatment results in the contraception. And more
do these
recently,
babies come with a fucking 25% fucking tariff?
Maybe.
In the future, they will be. In the future, they will be. So, after being
Fuck
born,
Trump.
Yes.
Well, no one wants to, but everyone no one wants to, but everyone says fuck Trump.
I would butt fuck Trump just to make him feel uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
Just to make him feel uncomfortable. Anyways, let's crack on.
I pay Slim for some
then do use the strap on. Like, don't put your.
Hey, did I say I was going to use my own penis? No, I'm going to take a 3-meter double-sided dildo, and I'm going to fuck his ass with it.
The thing is, with this, we need to have a transgender female do that.
Yes, of course we do.
That's like,
yeah, sure.
Come on, like that's the only thing that would work.
But I would still fuck him with a huge fucking double-sided dildo. Anyways, in the world,
I paid Slim for some F Trump stickers for my wheelchair, and I'm going to blame F Trump.
No,
why they haven't arrived
dog.
Because of the fucking the way the mail's gone.
Dog.
And I'm going to stick fucking 2 or 3 of them on the fucking back of my wheelchair.
Dog. We already told you, Stop the Stupidity paid for you to get stickers to be mailed. You haven't given me your address. That's what we're waiting for.
I gave you my address.
And then I'll send you them for
Check
free.
your DMs.
Okay, well, then we'll do that in just a second. But no, I'm going to send you the stickers. Anyway, so let's crack on.
I was blaming Trump. Now I'm blaming you for not reading your fucking DM.
Okay, anyways. So, in a world first, a baby has been born, being conceived through an IVF procedure largely completed remotely by remotely operated robot. So there was a way they used the
So
robot
what had AI
to
to do with it?
I don't know. Because it wasn't really, it was more like a doctor did it, and I don't know.
I wonder what
So
gauge
why
syringe
automate?
they use.
Because it's
Because
you want to know what they used?
what gauge syringe that was in the picture, because it has to be small enough to pierce a human egg cell.
Yeah, they have
Well,
microscopic
technically,
things.
you
I mean,
could
they
figure
always
that out. Like if you look up how big a human egg cell is, and then
I
you can
know.
measure that.
And then, so here we go. So the technology automated. The process was developed by a team. Blah blah blah. The fertility biotech company headquarters in New York City. The team designed a system that can complete the 23 steps involved in ICSI, from selecting the optimal sperm to injecting it into an egg to choosing the most viable embryos. The system does not automate the sperm or the egg collection process. Only it makes which one it decides that it's going to infertilize.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
using
But
AI,
still, like, I wouldn't mind some AI doing some automated sperm
I
collection.
would
Never mind.
I wouldn't mind some AI. Yeah, okay, you said that. Now I got distracted. I was gonna say sexual pounding or something. I don't know, or I don't know. But anyways, okay. So that's literally what it is. It's literally that it takes, you already have all the things, and then you get it to choose which one it wants to do to infertilize which egg, be from AI that's choosing it, because blah, it sees something other than somebody else sees.
Well, that can also that sort of technology can differentiate male from female. I'm guessing.
It better
No, that's probably they probably need to take a DNA sample from that.
Okay.
And
So
I believe that is what Elon Musk does. That's also why he's so fucking upset that one of his kids is trans.
Yeah, no, he literally wants to impregnate the world with his DNA because he thinks he's so
and he only wants boys. He only wants boys.
Well, of course.
So he got sad that one actually turned out to be a woman.
Hitler.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
sure. And then here we blow.
Musk.
Yes. So here we blow with Bali.
Smart assistant and companion, Bali, will finally be available this summer, or at least Samsung says it will. Samsung's roundest, most kickable robot, Bali, has sat spinning its wheels in the back rooms of the Korean tech giant's labs for years. Bali has a built-in projector, a camera sensor to see and move around its environment, and a speaker to talk with users. The other news today is that Samsung said it was integrating Google's cloud-based Gemini AI.
So this is the thing.
Oh, no. Oh, then I don't want it. Then I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because the Gemini is now also part of the Google Assistant. And the Google Assistant became shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like I used when I go to work, come home from work, I want to know how long my drive is, or if I'm in a place that I'm not that familiar with, I want to know like the first bit how to get home. So I get in the car and I say, "Hey Google, navigate to home."
Yeah,
and it would start.
Do it
now. It's like, oh, the trip is gonna take this long, and then I say, no, start the navigation. No, I cannot access your app because I'm a large language model. I'm like, you fucking can't. Like, I have to shout and curse at it. Like, for fuck's sake, bitch.
That's like
do your
fucking
basic functionality.
Just like
no. I'm not saying that again.
Stupidity. Are you kidding me? Thank you.
Well done, mate. Thank you.
We've got a mommy. peachy mango.
Yeah.
Reader of pain and a savvy danger.
Okay. All right.
And jar. And jar. Whoop, whoop.
Woo, thank you all. Thank you very much, and welcome everybody to becoming a new member. Now let's crack on with this more, and then we have other things to get through. I have so
you
much
had
stuff
to try
to
to get savvy, didn't you?
I knew. Stop. That's what I think. Yeah, Stop was trying to do that. I know.
Natural conversational interactions for tasks such as
Well,
greeting
Sammy's
guests,
here, so
changing
well
smart
done,
lights, or
Sammy, for your sub. Thanks, stop.
Wait, Savvy got one?
Yeah,
obviously they did.
Got
Okay.
one.
Well, there you go, Savvy.
Yeah, I read out the names. You got shit in those ears?
Yes, I do. So welcome.
He's
to
not
being a
well.
member.
Leave him alone.
Will somebody please show us why you are? What happens when you're a member? We have emojis that are only specifically for our channel. Will somebody put the emojis in the side chat? And then Savvy, if you hover over them, it will tell you how to use them. So we have to talk about it later. We have Hick. We have Cookie. Remember how I told you about my other personas? I told you about my other personalities today. And then Tinfoil Hat, and then Flat Earth and Aliens. So you can use
and like I like if I show them over here on the thing, then you can, because Streamlabs doesn't show them, you can see what the tags are to use them. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
And they're actually pretty simple.
Use them. All right, so here we go. Let's go on a little bit more with Bolly.
Setting reminders,
you
but
were
we'll
gonna
delete it
change
when we
that,
see it.
incorporate
Samsung
those
has been
guys
talking
in.
about Bali since 2020. At CES this year, Samsung showed off Bali choosing between lines, but we haven't seen the bot interact with users beyond stage demos. Our worry with Bali is that it could fall flat, like all the other companies promising a true AI assistant from.
I do feel like this could be one of those things that we're not going to actually see come to fruition, but it is a cute little itty-bitty thingies.
I think the problem with something like this is like the development cost is going to be so high that the price is going to be way too fucking high for people to buy it. Like, if a thing like that is like more than let's say $150, like people are not gonna fucking buy it. Like, then it's only some high-end people that are gonna buy it. Like,
well, let's just say $1,000, and then that's probably a limit. I get what you're saying, Brainless, for sure, but I think at least
that's just a few rich nerds will buy it. Something
well,
like
if
that
your kid
really
wants,
work.
well, if your
something
kid
like that to really work, like I think $500 is
if you're
probably gonna be the upper limit. That
maybe
because like,
but if it's a thing for a kid to have their own robot to play with, that's different. And I think it's more supposed to be for your teenagers to have their first robot, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I have one
so
of them.
Anyways, let's crack on.
If you want your first robot, fucking build it yourself.
Yeah, I have one of them Rumba, not Rumba type Hoover. It's a cheap one, but it erases this memory. The minute it goes back on the dock, it just bumps into things. But it'll only bump into it once on that cycle, and then it'll just forget itself when it'll remember where its home is, and it'll go and recharge itself.
Yeah,
and then it'll vacuum up again tomorrow. And
I think that has to do with the fact that, like, if you would move it to a different room,
it will do exactly the same thing wherever you put it. It will do exactly the same thing.
It just basically counts every cycle as being put in a new room, because you could put.
But they're the AI ones. They're the ones that know, they'll laser your whole fucking space. They'll laser everywhere, and they know wherever it is. That's just the weird stuff. Mine is thick as shit. It'll chew up wires. It'll do anything. It'll just fucking eat.
Then get a real Roomba.
A little
Okay,
cut,
okay,
and it's
yes.
a little
Those are
bastard.
easily hacked, by the way. Those are
Yes, and we know about the first versions of those. So let's crack on with this. U.S. firms humanoid robot enters into film production, shoots for the first time. Nvidia Cosmos, a set of world foundation models that help create AI videos or imagery of robotics, was used to train Atlas. So this thingamabobber, the humanoid robot, not only jump, run, and offer their service in warehouses. Nowadays, they can transform filming production. Boston Dynamics Atlas robot is currently assisting in shooting from behind the camera. With better precision and camera handling, the robot is expanding its creative potential and keeping human operators out of hazardous environments. Like if they want to shoot up close a explosion, you can explode a robot. You can't really do that with humans anymore.
Why would you want a humanoid? Like, get something on tracks or something. Like, that's more. I don't know.
Because this thing can pan. This thing can run around instead. Anyways, well, let's just keep going.
That use some omnidirectional tires. Like, for fuck's sake, like, we are one of the worst fucking designs that's out there.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
The only reason why you would want
humans, yeah,
robot is if people have to interact with it, and like it has to feel a bit more natural. That's the only reason why you would want a humanoid robot.
I would more want it to be connected to a drone so that it could fly around. But anyways,
Have you seen some of the cinema drones? Like, those fuckers are amazing. You don't need this shit. And
well,
like, they're much more stable. And
Bree said it correctly. Our meat armor is weak. Of course it is.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, meat. Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, like the thingy-mabobber is like if you can't, I don't know. I think drones are better, but here's just what we're. Anyways, so let's just go over this a little bit more, and then I have a couple other things to go over. So, for general purposes, the robotic platforms like Atlas need a large amount of training data to operate inside of a new use case. But sometimes training data doesn't exist. So it's difficult to get a hold of. And then you need the you need to generate it synthetically. Blah, blah, blah says. So, like, here's what we're talking about.
But it's the same as like when they have they show like robots taking over fulfillment centers, and like they use humanoid robots. Like, why would you do that?
Well,
it's really complicated. It's expensive, and it's not needed.
A real robot.
You can make a robot that looks like you can make a robot that looks like a tripod that was fucking specifically designed for shooting. Yes, I get it. Yeah, totally. This is idiotic as shit for sure.
I think you're thinking ahead. I think, if people are if robots are gonna be part of reality.
Okay.
Then why make them like they can walk and talk like you? I think that's the human condition. I'm sure it's the human condition that, if you saw a three-legged fucking freak thing running at you, you were like, "Whoa!" Freak out.
No. You know what the thing is? Like, I think if you, if it is people interacting with a robot, like a robot really has to be like perfect, or just clearly a robot. Anything in between is scary.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah. But I believe that this stuff already exists, and we're being drift.
Well, you can make
technology. We're being drift fed it
Well, you can make things
Like,
look
of course,
pretty
the
and
aliens
cute.
brought all that technology here.
You can make things pretty and cute with an exoskeleton that did look where it wasn't scurry. But anyways, it doesn't need to look humanoid. Maybe like other animals or it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's fucking keep
Any
going on, 'cause
robot
I have
beats a fucking Tesla
5
wheelchair.
other.
Just say
Yes.
that.
Anyways, I got 500 more things to go over. So, anyways, scientists 3D print lab robot powered by syringes to automate complex experiments. The robot has a modular hardware and a software automated material synthesis with the precision and real-time control. So what this is these thingies of the Mobobber. So what it is, it is like a open source and 3D print, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. Known as Fluid, flowing liquid utilizing interactive device. The affordable and fully customizable platform offers a low-cost alternative to traditional lab automation systems. So instead of having these huge, large things, now it can be very, very small with just these 4 injectors. So, and it can be made from a 3D printer. So it can just come right off the shelves.
You can use the syringes as like pistons, shit like that.
Sure, I mean there could be anything. It could be injecting drugs. It can be injecting vitamins. It could be anything. It could be
but
mixing.
they can also use the syringes to move like another syringe. Like you can basically make. Yeah, I've seen. I think this has been going on for quite a bit because I've seen it. I've seen something like that before, and like I think that's
this is
quite
not
impressive.
It's not a new thing, but this is being 3D printed. So they literally can sell this to you for like $200. This whole setup.
No, they're not selling it.
Oh my jeez.
No,
I'm not
if
even
it's 3D
showing
printed,
it.
like it's
God damn it.
You can just make it yourself.
God damn it, everybody. I wasn't showing this. I'm sorry.
As it says, open source.
Yeah.
Would you like a robot nurse looking after you?
So it's literally you can just it's more for experimental purposes and or experimenting on mixing drugs and other things.
Yeah, if
It's
they
not
want to mix
for
certain things,
live
and like it's
on
got to be
people yet.
precise.
Yeah.
And like for repetitive
it's this.
processes. It's
What if that nurse is the one?
A robotic pharmacy.
She making sandwiches. I don't want to be a sandwich. Although I'll be delicious, of course.
My Jesus Christ. So,
no,
anyways,
because you're not Danish.
Anyway, so that's what they're talking about. Now that I'm actually showing it, so this is what we were talking about is the process. Okay, now let's see. I think we got to all the thingies and the mobobbers and stuff. Oh my Jesus. Okay.
No. You had something with the
mummies
from the list, but and you had something with plastic, I believe. Blood filtering shit or something like that.
The microplastic. Yeah. We'll do that in a second.
That one,
I want to do
that
mummy.
one also
I want to
seemed
do
quite
these
interesting,
mummies
to be honest. That seemed quite.
Yeah. No, it's silly, but let's crack on. Not silly, but it's like easy. Yeah. But anyways, no, screw you, hippie. Okay, scientists discover a 7,000-year-old mummies in the desert that do not share DNA with modern humans.
Oh, is this a Wu channel?
Does not share any DNA?
This is a Wu channel. I'm guessing.
Wait. Hold on. Is this just a clickbait title, or does it actually become a thing? And actually, let's find out. We'll find out. Hold on. We'll see. This ancient peoples lived in the Sahara when it was much more welcoming environment. 7,000-year-old mummies from that place, rock shelter in the Sahara, have been found to be from a group with a previously unknown ancestry. The DNA analysis of these mummies, which are the remains of female herders from the time when the
How do they
Sahara.
know they were herders? How did they know they were herders?
Because at the
probably
time,
from the equipment
at
they
the
had around them.
Was it engraved in their bones? I'm a herder.
No,
Do
but
you
like
not know how people have?
if there's
I'm not-
like
I'm
animals
not-
around them,
Okay.
Do you not know what evidence is? I mean, anyway, so let's just crack on because again, you jumped the gun before we let us explain how we know this.
I apologize.
Damn it, dog, always. Because the Saharas were more human and known as the Green Sahara that did not show the expected sub-Saharan genes. The Tatarki individuals were more closely related to the North African peoples who diverged from sub-Saharan populations long before. So yes, we do know that but there is such this weird gap that it's like kind of weird. But I mean, obviously there could be people who just lived in a weird area for blah and did blah and blah.
Title,
you know,
I think the title is quite clickbaity.
clickbait. It's clickbait.
Because like every living thing,
human has to
no. Every living thing, like plants, share
everything
DNA with us.
Everything does.
Every
animal shares DNA with us.
So,
and what's it? What can I just basically ask? What is the title of this website? Or not the title? What is the
Popular
website?
Mechanics? So they're reputable-ish, most likely in the Americas. But Popular Mechanics is more
Trump's
of
reputable in America, so.
Oh my Jesus!
That doesn't say much.
It's
America.
Anyways,
okay.
So they're closely related. Well, I think I skipped over some things because I moved. Anyways, between 14,800 and 5,500 years ago, during what is known as the African Human Period, the desert was known for being one of the driest places on the earth. Actually had enough water, which now is known as the driest place, but back then it had enough water to support life because the earths have changed from being.
It still supports life.
No, but it used to be. But hold on. It used to be a flourishing, life-sustaining place with a lot of water, and I don't know if it was a jungle or if it was what's it called? What Florida is? Anyways, a marsh or something. But it was something like that, I believe. Swamp. There we go. And then it turned into dried out because of global warming. Anyways.
Well, thousands of years ago.
Well, in global warming still was a thing.
Not man-made global warming.
Well, not 100%, but still the Earth
not
was
man-made global warming.
Yeah,
but
well, and the Earth was just changing. And it was starting to go through the getting out of an ice age. And then now we exploded it in the 1930s, 1920s, when we had industrial revolution or something like that, right? Anyways, let's go to the next thingies of the mabobbers. Since y'all want to talk about this, let's go over this really quick. And then we'll go over to mushroom coffee that I did not post about. But we're going to talk about mushroom coffee.
I would like mushroom coffee. I think that would be quite tasty.
Actually, it's supposedly
like
a really
any
awesome
coffee.
thing, and we'll get. Well, and maybe you'll like mushroom coffee. We'll get into it in a second.
Probably quite healthy
Anyways.
as well.
So doctors say they found a way to cleanse the microplastics out of your body. So all you have to do is you just have to go in and you have to let them stick needles inside your body. And literally what they do is they do the same thing that they do for plasma donation. They literally put a needle inside of you. They take your blood, they pull it out, they filter it into a filter. They put it back in your body. And then you have no more microplastics in your blood, supposedly. And it only costs $12,000. Well, that's what I know. Yeah, of course, obviously. And that's why I made the joke, supposedly. So for only $12,000 per session, you can have the microplasma taken out of your body. What a scam! What a scam!
No, but like, of course, like it's gonna be that expensive first.
Oh, great! I know,
like,
obviously, I know, obviously, yeah.
If more and more rich people do that shit, like it'll get cheaper.
No, obviously, and if you get other companies, if you get it to be a thing where other companies, because there's already people that are doing liquid IV and other things like that.
Yeah, no, but like
if they start, hold on, that's what I'm saying. There's already liquid IV companies where you can. Hold on, brainless, where you can go in and you can, after drinking all night long, if you need to go into your work, they can put an IV in you for like 10 minutes and then you walk out. If they had a thing where you like put in this and you put in that and then you're literally just filtering your in blood, why would people not do that? And if you could charge like $300 to $500 to do it, why would people? It can literally be a thing very easily.
If you can't fucking if you can't hold your liquor, then don't fucking drink. If you don't know how much you can take, don't fucking drink.
Okay, well,
then you're a loser.
The other thing is brainless, and I am okay with this. But again, I have been sober for 20 years. People do drugs, and they want to feel they need to go to their job the next day. The liquid IV actually makes it so these people can go work their normal job.
Yeah, but that's
not
100% solution.
That's the hangover IVs. Like
that's a water, salt, and sugar solution.
No, it's got more than that. It's got more than that. It's got more than that. It's got bees and other things.
It's got electrolytes. You talk about idiocracy.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
That's
100%,
what plants need.
But I used to hang around a bunch of EMTs, and they would shoot up heroin all night long, and I never shot up anything.
And spittle in it. So
in the morning, they literally would sit there and do the IV drip inside their body, and they'd get up and work fucking 12-hour day.
Yeah,
fucking saving people's lives.
Sugar, salt, and water. That's basically what the body needs.
Hey, Kat, welcome. Good to
Kat.
see you.
How you doing?
Well, okay, we got to do this. Give me a second. If Kat's gonna be here.
Oh, you got to do something.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into mushroom coffee. Now that we have our cat here, and this is my.
I'm sorry.
Performance, buddy.
What? Anyways.
Meow.
Yes. Anyways, this is my partner in crime as of lately. She is the one taking me on all the tours and stuff and things.
She's been on
thank you for yeah, I know she's been here once or twice, but I just wanted to and now that you're here.
She's awesome. You did an interview with her.
Yes.
People that didn't see that, like go look that up because like that was quite interesting.
Yes.
She's nice.
Cat like snakes.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways,
I do like snakes.
There we go.
In a distance. Yes, I'm a fucking pussy.
Okay, now you're blue. So anyways, let's get to mushroom coffee versus regular coffee and what experts say. Yes, it was definitely. When you make coffee, adding milk, sugar, and cinnamon is par for the course. But mushrooms, that's completely a different conversation. We're not talking about ones that get you high, but it is an alternative for low caffeine instead of the standard coffee, which has this higher caffeine. But these mushrooms they don't use regular types of mushrooms. They use mushrooms that boost immunity, lower stress levels, and help you focus.
That's the
caffeine the whole purpose of the coffee? Is it caffeine the whole purpose of the coffee? Well,
you get these like teas come in all sorts of flavors and fragrances and all sorts of nonsense.
Yes, and that's
tea. Coffee's coffee. It's from a bean. Tea is from a tea.
No. Even I know that. They're like different beans have different tastes.
Well, anyways,
we still call it coffee, right?
Different ways of preparing them, different ways of burning them.
So just hold on. So this is just a way to make a thing, which maybe more like a tea. I don't fucking know, you fucking weirdos. Goddamn British.
Sounds better.
Anyways, let's just
like I think if you make it from something else than coffee beans, it would be a tea.
Well, if it had, I don't how much caffeine does. Never mind. I'm not getting into that bullshit with you fucking Brits. Anyways, let's crack on. Let's crack on.
Oh, mate.
Anyway,
Peter,
so here we go.
He just fucking disrespected you. He called you a Brit.
I didn't call him a Brit. I called you anyway.
You said you fucking Brits.
Well, okay. Anyways, we brainless knows that. Anyways, let's crack on. So what we're talking about?
No. As we say it here, I know who's saying it, and I'd rather have him say it than somebody of sound mind.
Well,
yeah. So it's
Slim the Living Cyborg isn't orange, so I'm okay with that. He's talking truth.
You know what I'm fucking saying. Anyways, so we're talking about medical mushrooms, which can improve immunity, cognitive functions like memory and focus, cardiovascular health, and athletic recovery, as well as reduced stress, anxiety, and inflammation. So there are these mushroom types. There's Chicago, turkey tail, lion's mane, king's trumpet, other things where they're actually more healthy, where they have other benefits of things that aren't just like shiitake mushrooms or whatever. So some mushrooms,
it's chefs, but you forgot about the brainless mushroom.
Yes, totally.
Brainless mushroom. He's a mushroom because he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, all right. Here we blow. Format. Some mushroom.
Sorry, guys. He's not a fun guy. That's all.
Okay, dog.
Yeah, shut up.
Some mushroom coffees come ground so that you can brew them using a drip machine, a single serve machine, a fresh press, or pour over, while others are instant coffees that mix into water. So the taste can taste like different things, from being very overpowering or to slightly earthy. It just matters on which ones you're using. And so there can be a caffeine level of a standard cup of coffee has 150 milligrams of caffeine. Mushroom coffee typically has less caffeination, which is about 50 to 60 milligrams of caffeine per cup. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, or you just would like some of the other things that the mushrooms will help you with, then you can drink those. There are, I want to go over some of the other mushrooms that if I think I can find that. If you want to look this up, just look up mushroom coffees versus regular coffee, and you will find all the stuff and things about it. Okay, I thought there was a thing that said the different types of mushrooms that they use in this. Oh shit, maybe it's right there. I don't know. I hate how it skips around for me sometimes. Yeah, and so, but anyways, just look that up and see if maybe that's something that would help you with your caffeine consumption. So now let's get into. We did all those, and we did that, and we did the mummies, right? Yeah. Okay. Then now let's do this really quick. Even though I feel like this is gonna get us demonetized, but that's okay. That's how this world works every once in a blue moon. I just want to get to this really quick. This. Okay, let's go. Let's play this really fast, and not very much of it because we are totally going to get demonetized. But here we go.
Change the energy. It's a great energy, but I want to fucking take it to another level. I want to fucking flip it and reverse it. Saxophone right now.
Okay, that's I mean, okay, we'll play just barely. We'll play barely of it. We'll play barely
You
of
got to
it.
play it from the start. I mean, this is just great. Yeah, it's a children's toy.
I don't need. I can't. I don't want to get demonetized. So we're gonna do it this way.
Okay.
And that's all we can play.
Totally,
because I'm pretty sure they're gonna demonetize us because
The whole
they're pretty
band. Well, I saw that live. Well, not that particular one live. I saw one who's in the UK, but
yes,
he does all these different things with them buttons that all make different sounds. He pretends he's blown into it, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
It just makes
Hey, dog. We know how an instrument works, brah. Like you don't need to explain how that fucking dumbass shit works.
You got a bra on?
Serious? Yeah. No, we honestly. Thank you, dog, Thanks, dog, for mansplaining to us how an instrument fucking works, brah. All right, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Well, how did you not think that we knew how that worked, dumbass? Like literally, what the? Anyways, let's crack on.
Shut up,
Kids.
You shut, Brian. If you don't know music, you can't.
Anyways, so let's do this. I'm gonna
know
play
choice.
this for a second. And Shiva and I have been talking about we've been talking about accents all day long. So here is this. And you're welcome, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another beer. I'll be right back. But y'all listen to this.
Last night the waterfall made moonshine. No fish. What's supposed to matter, Uncle Woods?
Okay, I'm going to make sure that it's actually on normal speed. It is on normal speed. So here is this. That's all I got to say.
It's the only dialect in the United States. When you play it for people from outside of the United States, England, do not identify it as an American dialect. The Ocracoke dialect, several of the island dialects of the Atlantic seaboard really began in the late 17th century. There was a settlement on the island in the first decade of the 18th century. So in about 1709 or 10, the people presumably came from the southwest of England there to Virginia and settled on islands. And people from those islands traveled by boat to these islands in North Carolina and settled them. Once they settled them, of course, they had no way to access the mainland other than by boat, which is still the case. And so it was isolated for centuries.
Sorry, excuse me, pardon me. Is there magic mushroom coffee? There's totally magic mushroom coffee.
Somebody probably made that.
No, there's totally
Why would you
magic.
think
No,
Yeah.
that's totally a thing. Anyways, let's crack on with this. Just wait until you hear the accent. It's fucking insane. I know we heard a little bit of it in the beginning, but let's get into this.
We found this place, and it was beautiful.
Ocracoke's quite simply a magical place.
So they maintain a fairly isolated and independent.
Okay, let's hear them talk. That's what we want to hear. Let's hear this.
Oh, that means when somebody gets you playing and they get hold of you and they're mad at you about something in the game and they try to shake you up a little bit. They want to box.
It's a mama knock. Mama.
Mama's like to irritate somebody or tickle somebody. Yeah.
There are also things that they've simply created. In the United States, we play a game hide and seek. Well, on Ocracoke, the term is called me-honky because
they call it what?
Me-honky.
Me-honky.
Because when they're hiding, what they do is they imitate the sound
of a donkey.
Me-honky, me-honky.
Find it and running through the bushes and hide somewhere else.
Me-honky.
Hollering, me-honky.
That's not what I've ever heard a goose say, but fuck it.
Harking, they know you wherever you are. Where they got that name? No, I don't know.
Okay. That's
I
as much
met a
as we
guy
can do that.
in Key West that he used to drive. He had a day out and he had a night in Key West and drove back to Miami. He delivered hotel sheets to the hotels. Clean sheets.
Okay.
He'd pick up the day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yes,
he
okay,
spoke
keep going.
like this, and it took me well, I never understood him, to be honest. And but I questioned what he meant, and he did articulate himself. I'll give him that. And we had an argument about how many liters are in a gallon, and I was going on British gallons, not American gallons, which is a lot less. And
Yes.
it was and we both won that argument because he was right and I was right.
Yes, because there's different. Okay, anyways, did we go over Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer?
I don't think so.
Okay. Even if we did, if we all know about Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
I've heard of it.
I didn't. I played some of it streaming on my channel for some of my horror games and stuff. It's insane. It's crazy. This. But here is the second movie that's coming out. So here we blow.
It was already a second movie, right?
I'm just gonna do. So there's been
there was the first.
There's one, but there's been spin-offs. But no, this is the actual official second.
Welcome back. Are you ready to start the show? Count with me now. 5, 4, 3.
They're out there, Mike.
2.
Where?
1.
Everywhere.
Dun dun dun.
Showtime.
So if you don't know, it's about like a Chuck E. Cheese that goes like insane, I guess is the best way to put it, in all of the animatronics. Animatronics go crazy and murder people.
If you want to go about your gaming streams, maybe you should show when you played Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll go back a couple of years, maybe 3 years. When you got the shit kicked out of you by that guy in the saloon.
Well, we can just play. We can play the things where I die. I think I have the death compilation or something. I think that's what we should play. Is that? But anyways,
or we can just play it again.
I know.
Yeah, play it again. Yeah, I'd like to solve it.
Or GTA or whatever.
I know one of these days I'll get back into it when my body isn't hurting as much. But anyways, let's crack on with this. And I don't believe this is going to be a thing, but here we blow.
A thrilling prospect for the UK to be home to a brand new theme park to rival the world's best. Universal plans to build one of the largest entertainment complexes in Europe, something that could generate £50 billion for the British economy.
Yeah, and where are they going to put it?
And create 28,000 new jobs. So that's the dream. The current reality is a 476-acre site near Bedford, once home to a former brickworks.
So this is where the station will be.
But there are ambitious plans here, looked over today by the Prime Minister and the Chancellor. They say the deal with Universal is possible thanks to better transport infrastructure and easier planning rules. There are promises too. Most of the new jobs will be for the local community.
And it's going to take until 2031.
So Keir Starmer resigns soon because he's sort of in collusion with America.
Welcome back, and guess what? There is a brand new UAP video that just dropped, possibly shot from a Navy ship.
And you know, we have standards here. You know, we don't do bleached chicken or fucking infused drug
Yeah.
meat that America provide to the world. We don't do that.
What? You don't put hormones inside of your meat so that
Of
I don't know
course
what's
not.
going on.
We don't. We have
Anyways.
standards.
No, I know, brother. I know. So let's crack on with this really quick, and then we will get into other thingies than Mavalver.
Hey, welcome back. And guess what? There is some brand new UAP video that just dropped.
Oh my God, there's more alien UFO video.
Possibly shot from a Navy ship, once again, off the coast of Southern California, which for some reason, has been this very, very weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with all the bases around. Never mind.
Hotspot for all kinds of unidentified flying objects that don't seem to care that there are all kinds of Navy warships that are out there training. Now, quick refresh about why this area matters so much. 2004, we've all seen.
Okay, whatever, you weirdo. Let's just see the stupid video that you're crying about, and there we go.
Bridge wing, I'm noticing things and lights on the horizon, and
it's a goddamn frisbee. No, I'm just kidding.
Like city lights or any other ships that are out there. So seeing a light that is lifting up, you can see it. I know the difference between a light on the horizon coming up and a light coming out of the.
It could be it could be so many things. It could be a balloon. It could be your mom's vagina. I mean, so many things could be that high in the sky that are floating. I don't know. But let's get into this.
Vagina. Always the mama's
it's
vagina.
Always.
No, it's Jupiter's vagina.
That's your mama's vagina.
Hi, everyone.
Right there.
I'm Drew Forstall,
Step into it.
lead astronaut at BAST. Welcome to our Haven 1 spacecraft experience. Come on aboard and I'll lead you into the corridor.
Did he say he's going to lead me into porn? Oh, the core.
How the fuck does that thing get into orbit when it's sitting in his back garden?
The porn core. Anyways.
Well, that's probably just going to be
This is the hatch that allows us to rendezvous and dock with the SpaceX Crew Dragon vehicle. Here we have our crew interface display, and on the sides of the corridor is storage for equipment, payloads, supplies.
Yeah.
So it's basically a movie set that's never going to be built, but it's designed to get people to want to invest.
This is
we'll
the
see.
flat earthers say they say about the International Space Station, there's fucking wires hanging out everywhere. We can't move because there's wires all over the world because they need to be there. You need to get to them quickly. If you don't want to die, you need to fucking fuse things together and join things. Of course, the internal fucking shit is hanging out. It's not a car. You're in space and your life depends on what that fucking thing is doing.
If you ever look, hold on, give me a second. If you ever look at a store, any kind of huge operation that has a shit ton of fucking computer processing thingies of the mabobbers, all of the wires are always facing out towards you.
Yeah.
Why would you need to turn it around to unplug something if that's a thing that needs to be done constantly? You fucking idiot. Why would you?
Accessibility is of life.
Okay,
important.
remember,
and usability, accessibility is much more important than aesthetics.
Well, and once again, people, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Why would you make it so that you need to do 5 other processes?
I've never heard of that in my life. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, it's KISS. Keep it
That's
simple,
fucking
stupid.
great.
And that's what you need to think
I love
about
that.
is whenever you're doing something, you need to be like, hey, am I doing multiple steps that I don't need to do? Or am I, can I not cut corners, but do I need to put this many steps into something? And that's how NASA does it. They're like, hey, why should we hide all of this when literally it takes that long to do something if it's already in front of your face? And we're not trying to make it pretty, because why would you need to make it pretty, dumbass? So let's go just a little bit more. And yes, maybe this might not be a thing, but here's a cute little thing.
And food. A little further on, we have our crew quarters for sleeping, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom.
Of course.
No.
And moving into the crew
this is not
common
designed
area.
for space. This
Yeah,
is not
and
designed for
something
space because
happens.
it's designed for walking.
Yeah.
So
and then
it's not
something-
designed for space.
and then
Well, they
something
say
happens,
this is,
and
these
then
are
you
supposed to be.
You have an emergency. You got to fucking open. So, where the fuck was that? You got to open the whole fucking building up to get everything.
This is made to be a vessel for multiple people to live on the moon. So I feel like this is
No, but the
doing the
Crew
right
Dragon
things.
capsule
And
cannot dock on the moon.
no,
think
no,
the
this
closest thing on
doesn't.
the
This
moon is
doesn't
gonna
dock.
take
This
at least
doesn't.
10 trips.
He
least-
said
well,
that
no,
that's
at
what it
least
was
10
doing. It had an ability to dock with the thingy.
Okay, it doesn't say for where. It doesn't say for where.
The shed. That was
It
his
doesn't
shed.
say. It doesn't say for where, but
No, but it did
this,
say. But in the beginning, he did.
he did.
Say,
He did. No, I know. I did hear that. I did
so
hear that.
it's gonna be. It's a space station basically. So
It's supposed to be living quarters for people to go to a place like the moon for a small amount of time. I don't think it's supposed to be forever, but a short amount of time. Okay. So let's go to the next thingies in the mabobber, which is let's have more fun. And here's more fun before we get out of here. I at least want to get to 2 hours. We're almost there. So here we go with this.
Oh,
Are you ready?
okay.
Oh, this is cool.
This is the SR-02. It's used for chasing kids down at the amusement park.
This is Disney ride.
That sounds horrible. Her saying chasing kids down the amusement park, but just watch how fast it goes, and then you'll see why that's such a cute little joke that she just said. Because that does sound ominous until you see this.
For chasing kids down at the amusement park. Hold on.
All right, we're moving.
Oh, it's moving.
It took over 2 years to build this.
It's moving.
One of my
that
kids
fast.
is going to catch you.
It costs over $1 million and
Yeah,
weighs
no,
over 2 tons.
It
But
costs
also,
over $1
It'll be
million.
every time
It weighs
by the
over
time
2
it catches
tons.
you, but it's going to
But
catch
also,
you.
if you want to make that
Yeah,
faster,
yeah.
it is quite a big risk of someone or something getting stuck in there. So yeah, I get that it's slow.
Well, and they made it way too freaking big and too large and too of the other
Yeah,
stuff
that's the
and
side job. That's the Disney
things
thing.
of the mabobbers. So let's screw it and let's go over here and just see what we can see. So tomorrow is going to be AI generated stuff and things. So we will get into all of that. But let's go ahead and play Savvy. Shiva, are you still here? Because we're gonna play this really quick and we're gonna end on this. Okay, here's your song.
What's he playing?
Because it's crack.
Yeah,
What's he
no.
playing?
It's like a stand-up bass almost, I guess is the best way to put
plumbing.
it. No, he literally is playing just like it's a string instrument that has been handmade. Is he actually playing that for the music? And no, but here we blow.
Just cause it's a butt doesn't mean it's a joke. With a heart like an apple, but hard like a stone. Stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
This is how it starts.
I feel like it's like an upright bass, right?
This is who we are, and this is what we'll be. The future is all planned, and now it comes to pass. Artificial man, artificial.
End of the line, look at the time ticking and tell me that you think it's clean. With us away, there is a lie. Everybody we trusted not to be so mean. We discuss disgusting, filling it up and busting at the seams. Putting the peas out with the pies, everybody combusted with the butt machine.
Butt machine. Well, and it says butt machine is the name of the song, obviously. And so, like, he's playing something. Although, anyways, you first saw them at a festival in Arkansas. Yeah, no, I bet that the whole place was bumping from this person doing their show.
But don't mean that it rings. And just shiny, don't mean that it moves. The movement is over, the flush has begun. And just cause it's ugly, don't mean it's no fun. We can, cause it's modern, don't mean it smells good. Function over form, fiction over pain.
I like him a lot.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Double the talk, triple the babble to tell me what they say. Jingle the bell, head up and heck well. Oh, the funny one kind of knows that way. I'm putting the peas out with the pies, everybody combusting, but the butt it seems. End of the day, it's all about everybody corrupted, but the butt machine.
But machine,
just like a total
Okay.
I
All right,
say
folks.
butt munch sheen.
Totally. That's exactly what they're saying. All right, folks. I totally have so much fucking craziness for us tomorrow that you are going to go insane from it. So thank you all very much for being here. We'll see you all tomorrow. Same. Yeah, everybody go and subscribe to That One Guy.
Love you all.
Yeah, love you all.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Love everybody.
Yes, and we'll see you all tomorrow for AI generated stuff. And I have so much crazy, silly, insane stuff for us to go over tomorrow. So night, y'all. Thank you very much. We can get the fuck out of here. So everybody say bye.
Bye.
Love you, bitches.
Good night, everyone.